Alright, you slut, tell me what your name is. What's going on, guys? I know it's been a while since I put out a video for you. Nala, you can come back. It's been about 2 weeks. I know, Nala. Here. It's been about 2 weeks since I've filmed a video for you guys. I was in Miami last week with Daniela celebrating her birthday. I brought my camera. I was like, oh, I'll film my sessions at Hybrid. And then I realized the music was playing super loud 24/7, just so that wasn't happening. Wasn't filming anything there without getting copyrighted for you guys trying to talk. Actually, you know what? It probably wouldn't have gotten copyrighted because you can't decipher any of the lyrics. I wasn't going to be able to talk and have you guys hear. Need to upgrade to a better mic for that, or get a lapel mic that I've been putting off forever. But anyway, we are 2 weeks out today. I'm wearing my Pats snow hat right now, trying to channel that Bill Belly and Tom Brady energy for these next 2 weeks. And today is the hardest session of the entire prep. Probably the hardest session I have done since my last meet prep. And this is going to be the peak in terms of what I have to do, in terms of volume. And then for the next week, things just kind of start to slowly taper down. And I'm really excited for it because I am fed up with doing 6 and 7 sets of an exercise in a session and being in the gym for 5 hours. It's funny how you are in meet preps and you're like, wow, I can't wait to be done with this, and then you're in an off season, you're like, wow, I can't wait to be in meet prep. You're never happy with what you're doing, but we're almost there. We're almost there. So today for you guys, my workout is a single on squats, 7 sets of 5 on squats, a single on bench, 4 sets of 7 on bench, a single on deadlift, and 6 sets of 4 on deadlift, followed by, of course, belt squatting. United just got a new belt squat, so I don't have to go all the way to the other gym to use the pit shark. I am very thankful for that. Thank you, Nick. You're the man. That's what we got for you guys today. Also, the Nori powerlifting shirts came in for you guys. So those of you who ordered, again, thank you very much. I'm getting these guys out to you, those of you who ordered this week, and you will have them ready for nationals. All of my lifters who are doing nationals and all the lifters who plan on competing in the next week or two who would like to wear them. To you guys, it's crazy. You guys like ordered from the Philippines, Tokyo, like all over the world. Those will get to you guys a little bit later than everyone else. I'm sorry, but I can't control time like that. I'm really warm right now. I'm really hot. I'm wearing sweatpants. I'm wearing this hat. I've already done most of my warm-up now. There's nothing really left to do but get under the bar. And hopefully I don't suck today. That's the motto for today. Don't suck.
If you ain't got the sauce, just sit down. We got it from here, yo. John, but they not ready. Kush gang, Kush gang. Look. I'ma rap till an old man. Me and hoes don't hold hands. Hand in my pants in the mouth for my dick when I slow dance and I blow bands. Oh man. Give M's to my fam. Winning against me, you have no chance. I advance in the smoke plants, enhance my stance. Step on your whole colony like some ants. Look, ho, I'm the champ and my flow trippy like a lava lamp. Kush gang the camp. I'm more dope than a bag with a stamp. Yeah, I'm amped. ADHD, this I go crazy. I rock the nation. Someone tell Jay-Z, no one can play me. My gun off safety. So everyone just take 5 steps back. The masses couldn't master me. In rap, I got my master's degree. Massacre on anyone gassing me. Y'all ain't passing me. Who's next to blow up Jeff Kush? Has to be. In 2 days, made your salary. Dick so good, got your girl burning all the calories. Allergic to bullshit. Bitch, I got bad allergies. Look, hear me out. I got sauce. Whoa. I'ma have to hit 'em with that real shit. Whoa. I ain't talking nothing but that real shit. Whoa. Look, tell 'em, I made bank. I'm not in your bracket. New watch on with the matching jacket. Shoe boxes, they keep on stacking. You talk money, that's a different accent. Every show, yeah, I got a packet. UPS, yeah, I got that package. Yo, girl, all in the DM and she wanna get active. Yo, girl, in my DM, she wanna get active. Yo, girl, in my DM, she wanna get active. Yo, girl, in the DM, she wanna get active. Yo, girl, tryna hit me up. Damn, I think she heard my song in traffic. Yo, girl, in my DM, she wanna get active. Yo, girl, in my DM, she wanna get active. I think she heard my song in traffic. UPS, I got the package. Every show, I got a package. You talk money, that's a different accent. Hit 'em with the sauce.
I'm a boss.
Sauce.
I can't breathe. So we're 5 sets in to the 7x5 right now. Did the first 2 sets. The first set with 540. Oh my god, I can't talk. Sets 2 and 3, goddamn.
Math is hard,
with
guys.
529, and then the last 4 sets with 507 pounds. I am smoked. And I was just ranting about this in the gym over there, talking about the difference between being fatigued and being trained. There's so many people who are building up every week, gets better during the prep, and they're like, ah, I'm trashed, I feel fatigued. It's like, no, you're exercising and you get tired from exercise. But if you're not experiencing a performance dip, you're not fatigued. When you have acute fatigue from training, it's dipping past that MRV in a way that digs into that recovery so that your numbers are suppressed. That's where I'm at right now. And the reason I took this approach to this prep was that there's a very high stakes meet, and there are certain meets where you kind of assess the risk-reward ratio, where if it's like a laid-back meet, you can kind of get away with, I mean, anybody can do whatever they prefer, but there are some meets where you decide, okay, I'm gonna build gradually into the meet, not really dig myself into a hole. And there's some meets where you step on the gas, really overtrain, and then pull back for a really big supercompensation effect. For me, personally, this isn't how I coach everybody. Most people, I don't do it this way. But personally, for all the meet preps I've done, I have done so much better having a really big rubber band effect. Really pulling that volume back last minute, dissipating all that fatigue, and hitting big PRs on the platform versus building up every week, hitting PRs, and then kind of hitting the same thing on meet day. So this next week, like I said, it's going to be a lot more of a relief. I'm still out of breath from that last set. It's going to be a lot of relief. I'm going to be feeling a lot fresher because the volume is going to come down a lot more compared to these past couple weeks where I've really been pushing it. And what I've been doing to kind of assess my progress, because again, after the injury, it's kind of a difficult time to really figure out where you're at, especially when you take this aggressive approach to training. I'm comparing this to the April meet that I did, that 800 kilo total meet that I made a YouTube video for you guys. That was right after the Arnold, and I jumped right back into volume, and I knew the only way I would be ready for that meet was to dig a hole really quick and essentially accumulate the fatigue that you would build up over an entire prep within 4 weeks. Obviously that doesn't mean double the volume, but it means that you're trying to elicit acute fatigue faster so that you have something to pull back from. Whereas if I took a more lax approach, I might not get to the point of being trained and might still be slightly detrained / getting back into it going into the meet. So I'm making comparisons between each session of this prep and the prior prep and saying, okay, how did I do on my singles 2 weeks out? How did I do on my singles 1 week out? Stuff like that gives me a really good benchmark for where I'm lined up to hit. I know that deadlift is going to be there. Deadlift's been going great. Bench is the best it's ever been. And then squats, which have been not great, but again, comparing to that prep where I've been doing comparable volume to what I'm doing now, I'm doing better than I did during that 5-week period. So that leaves me hopeful. It leaves me confident. I trust my methods. I trust what I've learned over the years. I trust the data that I've accumulated from every meet prep. And I know that once next week is over, I'm going to be feeling like a completely different lifter. So be ready for that. I'm going to finish up my squats and then I'm going to move on to bench. Hopefully hit a nice single today. If not, then I know I need to be a little bit more aggressive with my bench taper the week of the meet. And then deadlifts are deadlifts. I hit something big. I hit something big.
They keep on stacking. You talk money, that's a different accent. Every show, yeah, I got a packet. UPS, yeah, I got that package. Yo, girl, all in the DM and she wanna get active. Yo, girl in my DM, she wanna get active. She wanna get active. Yo, girl in my DM, she wanna get active. She wanna get active. Yo, girl in the DM, she wanna get active. She wanna get active. Yo, girl trying to hit me up. Damn, I think she heard my song in traffic. Yo, girl in my DM, she wanna get active. She wanna get active. Yo, girl in my DM, she wanna get active. She wanna get active. I think she heard my song in traffic. UPS, I got the package. Every show I got a packet. You talk money, that's a different accent. Hit 'em with the sauce. Sauce. Sauce.
I'm a boss.
Sauce. 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 I'm a T-Pain, the game, hitting my flavor flame. Tongue sharp like a razor blade. I was raised with rage, raised the bar. I was raised the way to rise in a major way. Make it major pay, I made a name. Damn, the sauce was made today. Hip-hop got saved the day. I paved the way, I play to stay. I'll serve everyone like a cafe,
What's going on, guys? We are back at United. I know that I've been taking forever to get this video out to you guys. I just wanted to encompass several training sessions into this one video because for the next week I'm going to be putting out videos very frequently as we build up into the final few sessions before Raw Nationals. So today's Saturday, like I said. You guys just saw the highlights of a SBD day on Thursday at 2 weeks out. I know it sucks, the camera died right before deadlift started. They weren't anything special, had a nice easy 661 deadlift, but that was about it. Today we are benching. It is actually packed here on Saturday, so for you guys who are in the New York area, either live here or visiting, come to United, especially on Saturdays. It is bumping. There's a ton of people who have really heavy days on Saturdays, so there's a lot of energy, a lot of PRs, a lot of fun. And that's what we're gonna do today. Bench, I have a top set before my back downs. I'm hoping to hit something a little saucy before we go into this last week. Tomorrow is the start of the taper into Raw Nationals. So we talk about tapering and peaking a lot and what it really means. Basically, I'm going from a state of being overtrained to a degree, having this chronic fatigue as a result of temporary pushing over my MRV. And this week is going to kind of unpeel all of that. So you'll see that my training is going to look a lot different than what it's looked like in the previous weeks in terms of how much volume I'm doing. This week will really pull back on everything, really allow me to demonstrate just a little bit of top end strength towards the end of the week before we finally just finish it up, go into Raw Nats, and finally show all strength that we've been building over these past couple of months. I saw The Joker this week. Oh my god, that movie was amazing. If you haven't seen it yet, you really need to see it. It has this neo-noir feel, kind of like Taxi Driver, kind of like V for Vendetta feel. Joaquin Phoenix was incredible in that movie. He's probably going to get nominated for an Oscar for it, so I'm really excited for that. Oh, one last thing. My weight, I'm going to keep you guys updated on kind of where my body weight is going over this next week. So I woke up this morning at 87 kilos, which is a little bit heavier than what I've been walking around at. And the plan from here is to kind of have a couple more big refeed days, a little bit heavier weigh-ins. And then once volume starts to drop off, my weight kind of comes down involuntarily, just some water loss. And then I'll document for you guys exactly how we're going to do this weight cut. It's going to be super easy, especially with that afternoon weigh-in. I'm going to wake up heavy, show you guys what I'm going to do to get that weight off. I'm ready. I'm ready for Nationals. I'm excited. I'm ready to just finish this prep up, go into the meet, do everything I can, and I kind of have a different mindset going into this meet. Like, I've just been very to myself, kind of staying in my lane, and I just have to show up and do what I've been training to do and execute. That's all we can really ask for. So don't try to do too much. That's the moral of today, and for everybody's meet prep. That has to be the motto. Don't try to do too much. Stay within yourself, stay in your lane, just do what you can, right? Lifting is so quantitative, it's not like you can part your way to some miracle lift. You just have to do everything you can and just let the work speak for itself. That's all you can really ask for.
All my friends are traveling, so I got the club.
Let's go.
Ladies, put your face down, hoes, put that ass up. All these drugs in this bitch, but only you I wanna do.
Yeah, son! Nice! One shot! Yeah! Let's go! One shot! Let's go, Sean, come on! Come on, Sean! Light up! Yeah! Do another one! Damn, so that might be the best 474 has ever moved. Volume has just been kind of on the rise on bench, just very incrementally, and I've just been responding very positive to it. Every week has been an adaptation, and that's the dream. That's the ideal scenario you want, where your progression just very much mirrors the progression of the program. and there are really no kind of like volatile dips and peaks. Everything's really predictable, so I just have to keep riding this out until meet day and just pull back a tiny bit before meet day. But again, it's not gonna have to be much, not much at all. Yeah, we're gonna move on to sets of 4 now. I'm doing 407, which is not a volume or rep PR, but definitely above the average for 4s, you know, especially at this time, like with how much volume I've been doing. Like I had Larson's yesterday, I had volume the day before. This is my 6th bench day in a row, so very happy with the PR in terms of speed on a 6th bench day in a row. I am going to go home now and eat for the day. Today is going to be probably my last big refeed before nationals. The next week I'm trying to keep my weight probably around 86 kilos and then I'm going to cut from there. Like I said, I'm going to take you guys through it, but I'm really excited for the fact that I get to weigh in a PM because I'll probably only cut about 2 kilos and probably 1 kilo of that is going to come from the manipulations of food that I'm going to show you. So only 1 kilo about of water loss prior to the day of. No effect whatsoever, I can promise you guys that. So I'm going to walk you all through that. Bench today after the top single, I got gassed really quickly, so fatigue is definitely starting to set in. I noticed that with bench because normally I can just cruise through sets. I don't really experience like intra-workout fatigue when it comes to maintaining the same weight on the bar for a rep range. But today each set just kept getting harder and harder. I did 3 sets of 407 for 4, had to drop down to 385 for the last set. But again, this is more than last week and that's really all that matters. Just with bench and having the secret formula, having that golden amount of volume and frequency, it's just kind of a steady build, whereas the other two I have to kind of peel back more aggressively and reveal the top end strength. But I feel like I'm really stringing together a lot of really good sessions, and I think this week is going to be super productive and show a little bit of daylight that has not really come to the surface throughout this prep. So, as always, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. Remember, no bad days, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will come out Monday. I'm gonna hold you guys to that, or I'm gonna have you guys hold me to that, because this video is gonna come out Sunday, so you guys are gonna be watching it tomorrow, but it's today for me. It's gonna be today for you, tomorrow, today, tomorrow. I don't know, time is an illusion, whatever. Monday I'll have the next video out. My second to last squat and deadlift day. Get hyped!